Friends, less than 2% of the country's population has been fully vaccinated as on today. If we go by these statistics, it would take another 3 to 4 years to get the entire population of the country vaccinated. We have been talking about right from the first wave that the only solution or the only way out or only thing that can save the country, that can save the people from dying is vaccination, vaccination and vaccination. There is a lot of confusion in my mind. Hope you also have the same kind of confusion. All my friends, whoever I speak to, they have the same confusion. What the central government says one thing, state governments say different thing. Some of the states, they give you statistics, but the social media depicts something else. For example, in Uttar Pradesh, UP, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh says they have absolutely no problem with Covid-19. They say the cases are coming down and very few people are dying in the state. And there's plenty of oxygen available. But in reality, the social media gives absolutely a different picture. Along the banks of Ganga in Varanasi, you find thousands of people buried in water. This is different kind of statistics. The central government says one thing, the state governments do not agree with this. For example, the central government says we are providing plenty of oxygens to Delhi state. But the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has a different view. He has closed many of the vaccination centers because of lack of oxygen, because of lack of vaccines. The central government has given the responsibility to the state governments to procure the vaccination through global tenders from abroad. Some of the state governments have approached Pfizer. They approached Johnson to provide vaccinations only to the central government, and the central government should distribute them among the state governments. On the other day, the Chief Minister of Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, he approached Pfizer, he approached Johnson & Johnson, he approached Moderna, but he came empty-handed. They straightway refused to distribute to the state governments. Some of the state governments are willing to spend as much as it's like to vaccinate the entire state. For example, in Delhi, the Chief Minister said, it's a matter of time, within 2 months, I'll vaccinate all the people in the city, in this Delhi state. But I'm helpless because I'm not getting any kind of help from the central government. The central government is not providing vaccinations. As a result, many of the centers have been closed. I have one more confusion.
Vaccines.
When we were in the middle of the first pandemic, and these companies were launching Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, these companies, and during that time, the United States of America, the UK, Japan, Germany, EU, UK, they placed orders sufficiently to vaccinate all the citizens of their country. They placed bulk orders with Pfizer, with Moderna, with Johnson & Johnson. They are in a comfortable position now, more than in those countries to procure vaccinations of the many people have been vaccinated. Some of the countries, something like 70%. When those countries were proactive in booking the bulk orders with these companies, Indian government was sleeping. The central government never took proactive step. Forget about buying vaccination from these international brands. from these big companies like Pfizer and Moderna, but we didn't bother to place orders with our local companies like Covishield and Covaxin. Now as a result, you now see it, what happened in the second wave. When the second wave was approaching, Indian government never took any steps to control it. They never bothered, they never imagined in their wildest of the dreams that one day the second wave would come to India and we'll be in deep trouble. What happened? There's no oxygen. Again, I have a confusion here. The government says plenty of oxygen is available. The state government say, and reality you find it through social media, right? So the NGOs providing oxygen. Some of the sick NGOs are providing oxygen. If the government is saying they have sufficient oxygen, why the NGOs are coming? Why so many people are dying because of lack of oxygen? And another thing, there is a lot of confusion. The essential medicines for COVID, the essential medicines, they are not available in the hospital. There is so much of black marketing, and the central government says plenty of them are available, state governments, it's a different thing. In the hospitals, there is no beds, no oxygen bed, no ventilators. Again, there is a confusion here. The confusion is not in my mind, it is in the minds of all the people in the country. There's one more thing. When the other governments were placing bulk orders, Indian government told Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer or Moderna, so we won't allow you till the time we don't do the trials on the Indian population. And again they deferred it. On 13th of April, I remember, the Indian government deferred with its opinion. The government, central government said, we'll allow Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, because these have been approved in the USA, in UK, Japan, and even WHO has approved of them. After that, they never placed an order with them. Now, when they are approaching to these vaccinations, those companies are already first. They straightway refused. They're not going to provide any kind of vaccination right now because they're overbooked. It might, we don't know when they're going to supply. That's the situation. These are some of the confusing statements. Now there's one more thing. Now we are going to another fungus problems. Like we have black mucus, we have white, we have yellow, I don't know, all kinds of other diseases are spreading. So these are some of the confusing statements I have in my mind who to believe. So my take here, whether it's the central government or the state governments, without hiding the facts, they should give exactly how many people are dying, what exactly, whether they have oxygen beds, whether they have all kinds of medicines. So when they provide exact or true statistics, then the health experts, virologists, will be able to predict what is going to happen in the third wave. We will be able to proactive, we will be able to take decisions, what should be done. So which state will be affected severely and what measures should be taken. If you keep on hiding all the facts, if you keep on hiding the death rate, if you keep on hiding the number of people affected by COVID-19, then we will be in deep trouble. Hope and my take is we face, God help us to face the third wave, not like the first wave, not like this second wave. First wave, of course, we were not well prepared because no one knew about this new virus. No one knew what kind of medicines required. In the second wave, we were caught unawares. We were responsible because of election meetings. We were responsible, we held marriages. We were responsible because of Khumb Mela and other festivals. Those were super spreaders. That was the second wave. In the second wave, we are basically responsible. But now the third wave is coming, so let's not make the same mistakes what we made in the second wave. My take is, let's open all the options, get expert advice from abroad, from within the country. All the states and the central government should sit together and solve it once for all. Thank you for watching.